never seen a seahorse wear a bonnet to bed.
What?
Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, ladies. Now, this is very important, and I feel like a lot of women, they get into relationships with men, y'all tend to forget the reason why he was attracted to you in the first place. In the same way in which a woman would not want a man to stop being on his journey, stop pursuing his goals, and things of that nature in life, and the reason why she was attracted to him, right? The dude, after you get into a relationship, he don't automatically just be like, oh yeah, shorty, stop dressing up like you was. Stop, you understand me, getting in motion like you was. You gotta continue. You gotta continue, shorty, to stay in the ocean, right? Cause I ain't never seen. I just ain't never seen a seahorse that wore a bonnet, right?
Yo,
now, it ain't nothing wrong with the bonnet.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing wrong
with
it. Yeah, no.
Was an attempt of a good analogy.
No, it is though.
That failed. Like it's not about the 1930 depression.
They hear me first though.
Listen,
they hear me though.
He said,
no, they hear me though. No, cause
I ain't never seen a seahorse with a bonnet. In no dimensions of analogies was that a good reference to you.
No, yes it is, because
so
we
wrap the point around and then at the end say stay in the ocean.
Welcome to the Man to Man podcast, where we talk like God. Man to Man.
I was reading some stuff, man, and I was reading some stuff, man. There was some interesting facts about like animals, right? And one of them was that seahorses are monogamous their whole life.
Their whole life.
Their whole life. And they mate for life. So like they have sex with one partner their whole entire life.
Wow.
So it's like monogamy is a part of nature. You know what I'm saying? Like people say it's unnatural, but nah, I mean seahorses are monogamous.
I ain't never ever knew that. I never would even look that up.
They be having children too. They be having
It'd be a lot of them. Yeah.
Is it a part of our nature?
I mean, that's the question, right? Because I believe that it is because we do it. You understand me? I think that human beings have evolved in our functions, and what we found is monogamy in some senses. Right now, of course, we can go to antiquity and we can argue about cultural differences and reasons that why we got here, this, that, and the third. But to say monogamy is not a part of our nature would have to emphatically be wrong, because then it would be saying that man and woman never have choice to choose each other and only each other.
I think it's definitely a part of our nature, but with us being human, we also got one up on everything else, which is free will. So I think people choose to do what they want to do, you know what I'm saying? You can be monogamous if you want to, but with all the options and distractions we got, people will choose another way, you know, instead of just staying with one person.
Can you be monogamous?
I mean, I'm single right now, so that's like a biased question right now. You don't ask a single person nothing like that, like right now.
It's a yes or no answer. What you talking about?
I can't be.
He be trying to
I can't be because let's put it like this, right?
That's a no.
No, listen. It's a double question because as a single man right now, no, I'm not gonna be monogamous. I'm gonna go on dates and see what I like first. Now, once I get a woman who I feel like
that's when it counts.
That's when it starts. That's exactly what I'm leading to. Once I'm gonna respect her, treat her with joy. You know, I'll let, bring that to her life. You know, but right now as being single, I gotta explore.
But do you believe in marriage though?
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think marriage is necessary.
No.
I mean, I don't want to say yes or no because I know I respect people who have marriages. For me, I don't feel it's necessary. So no, I'll say no for myself. I don't. But if it came down to it, if that's what my girl wanted, I would give that to her. You know.
So you wouldn't do. So you would get married to a girl for the rest of your life for her,
Cause he loyal.
but not for yourself. I don't get it.
Nah,
I would never get married to somebody.
I get what you mean though.
No. Let me break it down. Let me explain.
I get what
This
you
you talking
mean.
about my life, right?
I'm not stopping you.
No. I'm gonna explain this, right? If I'm with this girl, right? If I'm dating a woman or whatnot, and we going years on years and everything just combined, and like I don't feel like it's necessary for me to get married because I don't like it's just a piece of paper, you know, in my mind. But if I know this is what my woman likes, she got that fairy tale in her mind, she want to get married, she want a man to walk her down the aisle, I'm going to do that for her. And I'm respecting it, you know, honor my vows. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's how I'm looking at it.
No,
but I don't feel like marriage should be something that every couple, it should be their goal. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like society make you feel like that.
Facts.
You know?
I mean, that is very true. Because I don't really think that, like, marriage itself and how it's traditionally is in the new Europeanized way is kind of like weird to me. I don't know, but I get what you're saying. You understand me? But then again, I do understand
So do you believe in
rights
marriage or not?
I do believe in the rites of passage of marriage. Yes.
Do
Believe
you?
in marriage?
Yeah.
Do you believe in marriage?
Yeah. You understand me? My parents been married for like 40 years. They're laughing because my parents are married. They always have been married, but they are separated.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
they-
count. But I can still say my parents been married.
Yeah, I
their
mean-
whole life.
Not really. But
I'm staying out of that.
Nah, that's not my example of a marriage. But I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? We understand that. But
So I want to ask you this question. Do these seahorses get married?
I don't know. I can't ask them. But I'm saying that's basically a marriage. If you monogamous with one person your whole life, that's a marriage. That's a union. You mating with that person.
But see, now y'all proving my point.
Wait,
because they don't have a ring
They
or
don't have
paper.
a ring.
But you can say they consider married because they together all the time.
Yeah,
But
That's
they
why I
have
said it's
the
not
same
necessary.
protocol process. So
They
like
had a-
their process is this: that they choose a mate to be with for the rest of their life, and then they marry to that person, meaning that they bonded with that person forever.
How do you know that?
But they don't have a
Because
piece
it's
of
in their
paper or a
nature.
ring saying they married.
But you talk a ring does not. You don't have to give a person a ring and say y'all married.
Yeah, but it has to
That's
be on
not
paper.
what the law
It has
is.
to be
That's just
documented
became a
though.
tradition.
But it
That's a
has to be
tradition.
documented,
Oh,
like
so
right?
yeah, so that did only just become a tradition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you
that's-
know that what's they called? You know the jewelry company, the little famous
Yeah, I know you talking about.
Pandora.
racist jewelry company that people for some reason keep on. You understand me? Buying jewelry.
Diamonds all girls' best
Cakes.
friend.
Yeah. Every kiss, sweet.
K. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, all that
K,
shit.
yeah.
That no, before that one though. It's another one.
Tiffany's.
Tiffany's. There you go. Now, so I remember reading something how it was Tiffany's, the ones who, because you know diamonds are actually worthless, ladies. So really, diamonds ain't worth shit. I'm just letting y'all know this. But Tiffany's, one of the big companies back in the day, they realized that snap, there's a whole bunch of diamond mines in Africa. You understand me? So really, these diamonds ain't worth nothing. But if we all get a monopoly on these diamonds, then we can set the price, right? And then so what they did was take the diamonds, and then they started shooting commercials, propaganda saying, "Oh, women, he not a man if he don't get you a diamond." You understand me? So therefore, then you had a whole bunch of white women seeing the pretty diamonds, and you had they had their models and stuff in the movies. You understand me? The men proposing with the Tiffany diamond, and so everybody was like, "Oh, this is how we supposed to get married." You get what I'm saying? And then black people, because again,
Well, we just took on European, Caucasian traditions.
European traditions. Remember that documentary, How to Sell to a Negro? You understand me?
Yeah, I mean,
Niggas like luxury.
I think it's corny, to be honest.
It's very corny.
And that's just my perspective, because number one, I just think about designing things better. I think just the whole put a ring, have the same exact marriage process as everybody else.
Yeah.
White dress,
Right,
black
it's
suit, family.
It's boring.
dance, photographers, all of that crap. It's been so much.
It's so boring.
That it becomes a dream, but it's
and then go back to work next Monday.
Who's thinking?
I just think it's corny. You know what I'm saying?
Is anybody thinking anymore?
And I know for a fact a woman didn't come up with that. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole ritual process, that's propaganda.
It was definitely some rich ass.
I think that, so I do believe in marriage. You understand me? And I think that the ceremony of being married could be something better.
Super.
You understand me? And I think that that's a challenge of redesigning traditions and ceremonies, right, for our generation, right? Things that are better. Because love can be shown in so many capacities, and there's much better ways, right, to seal the deal of saying that I choose this person for the rest of my life.
Okay. So Steve, let me ask you this.
That's perfect, yeah.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, come on.
So I think, to answer that question, I think at this point y'all should get a trust together, right? So y'all set up an estate and a trust. You understand me? So now y'all got trust with each other, and then that's where you put your assets that you all have, and y'all build on top of that.
So Steve, I'm gonna ask you. So you with this woman for a long enough time to marry her, right? How does that marriage go? How does that ceremony? What does that ceremony look like for you?
My ceremony gonna be lit.
No, like explain it.
What you mean, like what? The actual wedding?
Yeah, explain it. Break it down.
First of all,
like
first of all, look,
like
19 Keys gonna be the best man. We gonna walk in that thing. It's gonna be lit. You know what I'm saying? We drinking big champagne. Bashir gonna be one of my grooms, man, walking down the aisle with me. My bride, man, like the best. That's my best man.
Second best man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at it. But nah, for real though, it's gonna be lit though, man. Like I don't know. I ain't never even really thought about a wedding because, like I said, I never really felt like it was necessary.
Men don't have weddings.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I mean like, first off, like you could still think about it like in the back of your head.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like
you gotta pay for it, so
that's what I'm saying.
I'm thinking about
if you don't think about
it,
if you don't think about it, you know what I'm saying? You gonna just be paying hellas out of pocket.
Woman gotta sit
so,
there,
but that's why you gotta be a
for.
master at that shit. So at the beginning, you're like, look, short, I think we should get married on the beach.
You try to save some money. Just, pick up a little
sand.
Like,
you know what I think would be dope?
Like, married on the beach.
I think traditions of like buying each other land or something, you know what I'm saying? Like would be better than a ring.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a band, ain't nothing wrong. It could even be a bracelet. It could be a chain. It could be anything, but it don't have to be a ring. Like why a ring?
Right.
Like just because the people before us did it, like what the hell does that really signify and mean? You don't have any cultural meanings that goes to my ancestors. I might have some spiritual attachment. Nah.
I know in India they get each other gold.
Yeah, I feel like
I'm gonna give them my feather.
If anything, they should go through like a ayahuasca ceremony together. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have to go. yeah, that's what you got to look forward to. Like,
I'm just kidding.
Nah, for real though. But listen, they should go through
your wedding. No, talk about your wedding.
Well, look, okay, so
yeah.
No, I'm gonna give society because I don't have wedding dreams. But
man, it's not a dream. It's just like right now in conversation.
I still don't even. You know what I'm saying? Like on some fly. We'll have land. We go through an ayahuasca ceremony.
Right.
You understand me? So we deep entangled into the spiritual atmospheres.
Okay.
Right? But honestly, probably should do that before. Because what if you find something you ain't like? You understand me? And that's your last chance. You know, in church, and they be like, anybody have any objections? And
maybe that's probably why it should be though.
Demon that be like, yeah, nigga, don't fuck with her.
That spiritual entity come in like,
But I think like something that, like I think that couples should go through something that really bonds them on a deep, deep level, right? Cause like, you know, even if it's not plant-based medicine, but like something that really connects them. You know what I'm saying? Like some trial, some journey that they got to go through, like even if it's traveling together, because a lot of things unravel once you say I do, and then it's like, oh, I'm committed to whatever happens, right? But you you literally signing a contract, but don't know the true terms until you in them.
You understand me? Because it's like everything can be great up until that point, then that person changed because they be like, well, I'm with you forever. Like, I ain't got to do much no more. Then you find out all kind of different things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all might be on a trip to Africa and figured out, like, she got some issues. You understand me? Like, I think that the courting aspect of it should be larger in context so that it creates deeper connections. And that's really the point of it. Like, how deep is the connection before? Because you can fall in love with somebody very easy. You know what I'm saying? And then you can decide to marry that person. But you never truly know a person. So at the end of the day, you can only learn to trust yourself more with who you choose to be with by, number one, going deeper within self, right? Because I think that before you go and marry anybody, so
that's actually important.
Like a medicine ceremony with that other person, both of y'all should do it. Even if it ain't together, y'all can do it separately, and not even to get to know each other, to make sure you know yourself well enough that you're making the right decision. Because you can find something out about yourself and be like, damn, I was only picking shawty for this reason, but now that I'm healed from that, damn, I don't even think I want this. Because you may grow and heal during that relationship and then find that out 10 years later, right? And now you got to cheat because you realize I was with this person for the wrong reason, because during that time I needed this for that reason, but now that I healed from this. So is that love and that thing strong enough to keep y'all together? Have y'all built something? There's just no protocols on the bonding process, and even staying together just for the point of love. Is that enough? Or is it being together because y'all truly love each other and y'all building and y'all growing and y'all evolving? Because the most dangerous thing I think in society is two people who stay together because they said they was going to stay together. You understand me? Not because it's actually healthy and positive and it's good. I think that's dangerous.
I ain't never seen a horseshoe chick, ocean horseshoe, what do they call ocean seahorse. I ain't never seen a seahorse wear a bonnet to bed.
What?
Just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, ladies. Now, this is very important, and I feel like a lot of women, when they get into relationships with men, y'all tend to forget the reason why he was attracted to you in the first place. In the same way in which a woman would not want a man to stop being on his journey, stop pursuing his goals and things of that nature in life, and the reason why she was attracted to him, right? The dude, after you get into a relationship, he don't automatically just be like, oh yeah, shorty, stop dressing up like you was. Stop, you understand me, getting in motion like you was. You gotta continue. You gotta continue, shorty, to stay in the ocean, right? Cause I ain't never seen. I just ain't never seen a seahorse that wore a bonnet, right?
Yo,
now, it ain't nothing wrong with the bonnet. It ain't nothing wrong with
it.
No.
Was an attempt of a good analogy.
No, it is though.
That failed. Like the shit I was about 1930 depression.
No, they hear me first though.
Listen,
they hear me though.
He said,
no, they hear me though. No, cause
I ain't never seen a seahorse with a bonnet. In no dimensions of analogies was that a good reference to you.
No, yes it is, because
so
we
wrap the point around and then at the end say stay in the ocean.
No, it actually was. It actually was. Because the beginning of this conversation, you said the signs that you saw.
First
right?
of all, it ain't nothing
you
wrong
saw
with
that.
one
You
wearing
saw.
bonnet to sleep.
No, you
It's
saw
not.
that. No. Look, we ain't get into all of that. I'm
Well,
talking about.
I
ain't
just
never
don't wear it
said.
outside.
We
No.
need good analogies on this show.
I ain't
Yeah.
never
Man,
said.
bro, you need better
I ain't never
analogies.
said. I ain't never said that a woman can't wear a bonnet to sleep. You understand me? No, I said basically just don't get used to always wearing it around your man all the time. Your man still needs to see you kept up. He still needs to see that you doing the same work that you require him to do.
Now,
You should just say
basically,
that.
but you didn't say that.
That is what I said.
Say, well, basically, I'm saying this. That's not how you.
But that is how I put it.
Just
no, you
said
trying to confuse my words.
Y'all can rewind it.
Yeah, rewind it,
What did he
and then
say?
you gonna see exactly that's what I'm talking about.
Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
But listen,
what are you trying to say?
But
I already said what I'm trying to say.
Ladies, y'all can wear your bonnets, right?
Absolutely.
But before you walk out the front door, please just take it off. Like I be getting on the plane. It's bad in Atlanta. I walk through the airport, everybody got on the bonnet. You hear me? Like, it's bad. Like, it's stop it. Like, Monique was right, and y'all tried to go on her, but she was absolutely right. We don't like that. Men don't like that. I'm just be honest. Well, I know I don't.
Nah, I mean, like, I think in that point is that here's the most dangerous thing in society now. It's not viruses, it's not Hobiting, you know what I'm saying? It's not wars. It's women and they makeup. Most dangerous thing on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they doing artistic surgery on their face.
They cold with it too.
Number one, it's dangerous for their own mental health.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? They can't even look in the. Sometimes they don't even know who they are anymore. They have disassociated themselves from their own facial features.
Right.
You understand me? And one thing I will say, what's been happening, they said less surgeries have been happening, right? Because we got filters now, so people just filtering in this stuff. You understand me? But at the same time, what happens with a lot of women with this makeup is like, if you only believe you beautiful after, right, you cover up who you are, then you never truly believe you ever beautiful. You understand me? And then the cake makeup just don't look good. Maybe for a tutorial, right? That's on you. You do a tutorial for your TikTok and your YouTube, but in real life, that don't look good.
It always
you understand
is
me?
terrible.
It's like
it scares me. I don't even approach women that wear a lot of makeup because I be like, man, especially with all this LBGT, CIP, with all that going on. If you got on a lot of makeup, I'm not saying nothing to you.
Get all the cake on you. You know what I'm saying? Like a whole cake batter be on your shoulder.
I got a fresh fit on.
But also,
fresh fit on.
I think it's dangerous because a lot of women start to play to the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
And they dress a certain way, they pose a certain way, they wear a certain makeup, so they can now be liked, right, by the algorithm, not by men, right? Women are going away from being liked by men because they no longer do things that men like for the most part.
They really
do
don't.
Things for likes, right?
Facts,
so it's not the same, right? So it's like, oh, I twerk, I get the likes. She drops pictures of herself that look a certain way. She poses a certain way. The algorithm like that. So she likes the algorithm more than the man. You understand me? And she knows that these things will get her paid and things of that nature. So now she feels like, no, the technology is her new man. You understand me? So when men like ourselves, it's like everybody knows that men don't care about eyelashes, right? Even women still. Listen, this has been an epidemic in the hood.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Years. You understand me? At least 20 years now. And I'm not sure where it started, why it started, how it started. You understand me? It's sort of like that case with the bat and the fruit, and they don't know how the pandemic started. I don't know what place it started from. And it probably was China, right? Because we know they were getting them from China. But there's never been a man that was looking like, yo,
hey shorty,
hey
shorty, like
them.
And then I don't know, 2022, the eyelashes getting bigger and bigger.
But like, why you gotta have these waving like that?
What be going on?
Like my piece of advice to like shorties that grow up in the hood, like young beautiful women that she got beautiful eyes already, like just take them off. And if you go do it, don't do them ones.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Don't do those.
Don't do those. Like,
don't do those.
Your eyes doing the Hadouken.
Right.
You know
They be like this.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? Y'all street fighters.
They be like this.
No, get the smaller elite ones. You understand me? Go look at how the celebrities be wearing them. Like, just do that. Look. The other ones make you look like the booster.
Y'all know that I look like that little shadow stuff y'all do with y'all.
And this is just advice from Big Brother. Like, I ain't even trying to get on you like that.
No, for sure.
The makeup, the eyelashes, and I know y'all be like, well, who asked you? Well, you own the podcast, listen to men, so I know you. You know what I'm saying? You wanted the perspective.
Look, shorty.
But at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, and this is real because the dangerous part about it is like women mental health is not good because of this.
It's really not.
Right? Young girls don't know how to see themselves. They losing confidence. Insecurities are popping up. The filters are creating this filter dysphoria, right? To where they don't really like the way they truly look, and they need to put a filter over themselves all the time. So in person, the confidence isn't there.
The conversation not there.
Because on TikTok, when they put on the filter, it gets rid of all of the bumpy grumpies. You understand me? And they can get 1 million likes, but in person, nobody likes it. And that's because they decide, well, why do I need to take care of myself in real life if the whole world likes me on the internet? You understand me? And so that it's just a whole thing where, you know, I feel sorry for the next generation. Not sorry, but I just feel cautious for the next generation who needs to learn how to see themselves naturally.
And then they making spiritual tweets talking about I need to find somebody that's for me.
Nah, but I think all of it is like dangerous, not even just for the women. The most dangerous part is the kids, because this generation, the way that when the women, you know, the ratchet women, the way y'all represent yourself on the internet, the kids are saying that in the younger generation, and they think this is the template. Like you real life setting a template to show these kids, and it's not the way.
I feel like the children got it worse because they're really getting raised by the internet. Like, here's the reality.
Yeah.
You don't know what these children are doing right now.
Like, you think that they watching us, they not. They in their own world, watching their own metaverse, universe, interverse. They on games with pedophiles, you understand me? That's gamer 635 gamer boy that they talk to on a daily basis. They got their own perspective, worldview of everything. They growing up with different processes, different information. They filters. They don't even want to be boys and girls. They want to be monsters and, you understand me, and wizards and stuff. Who knows? So it's like that generation that's growing up, they don't even want to identify with a gender, period. You understand me? Young boys saying they got a period. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what are you talking about?
Who? I wish you would.
This is the weird stuff going on right
what?
now. You understand me? Parents.
So anyway, the whole point of that is like, you know, we got what's coming is like transhumanism, right? Where people are not even gonna consider themselves human no more. They gonna just be transhumans. You understand me? And consider themselves to turn into like whatever avatar that they can in these metaverses and whatever worlds. And you can't blame the metaverse because people have already accepted this dysphoria that people have with their bodies and themselves, right? So society has decided that if you don't feel like yourself, then it's valid and you can be whatever other thing that you believe that you are, right? So what my take on all of it, whether, you know, and there's no disrespect to the LGBT world and anybody else, but the thing about it is more so is like, what about the people who genuinely have a mental issue that could never get help because everybody is taught to accept whatever you believe and feel? But these people really need genuine help, but they can't say this out loud in society because they're taught that this is not a problem, right? That this is something to be proud of rather than something to seek help for, right? So I think that the most dangerous part in the midst of the conversation of those who want to accept themselves and be themselves and feel certain ways are those who are in the middle who would wish to get help but can't. You understand me? Because it's a celebration rather than a mediation. You understand me? And so society is dangerous. Where we at is dangerous. The world is dangerous. You understand me? And I think that we have to learn how to see the problems that are not directly in our face, because what we're going to deal with is a lot of the issues of the next generation.
They're too depressed for no reason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Need character development.
Yeah, I mean, like,
just need character development and rites of passage, man. Like, to bring that back. Like, actually developing the characters of young men, developing the characters of young women again, taking them out of these school systems. You know, the age in which a young man and a woman evolves is literally at the same time that they go to high school. And if you go back into the ancient indigenous cultures, any indigenous culture around the world, the practice was to send the young men off to go through their spiritual walk, go through their spiritual initiations.
Absolutely.
You understand me? And where they learned from was from whoever they valued as their teacher, in whatever direction that the young boy or young lady wanted to walk through in life. They didn't have more so high schools and school systems once, because at that age, at that adolescent age, the young mind goes into self-discovery, right? So if you self-discovering around a whole bunch of other beings who on self-discovery mode, right? Y'all all asking each other for advice, but y'all don't know nothing. You get what I'm saying? So, but back in the ancient indigenous cultures and things of that nature, the young men would go to the shamans, you understand? Or they would go to the warriors, or they would go to the actual mathematicians or the scientists, the people who they actually looked up to, and they would ask to shadow them. You understand me? Ask them to initiate them into the next phase of their life, right? They weren't going to their young homies, you understand me, asking them about how to date young women or things of that nature, right? So now, and this is what, you know, your enemies have constructed for your children is a cesspool of confusion. They put your children into these high schools where they not only not teaching them anything, but they understand the metaphysical and the spiritual laws that exist within the human mind once we come to certain ages. And as my good brother 19 Keys has recently spoken about, how when as you grow in your age, your mind evolves and it opens up to different levels of understanding. So once you come into the understanding of when you're a young adult, that puberty, when that hit, your mind goes into like, no, I don't want to be with my mom right now. I don't want to be with pops. I want to learn on my own. You understand me? And that's where they call it, you know, and they showed it in depictions in movies as the rebellious stage, but it ain't rebellion. It's just I gotta find my identity stage. You understand me? And because they continue to create this environment in these school systems where not only is the food terrible, right? Not only is the teachers are terrible, they not teaching mathematics, they not teaching science correctly, they not teaching nothing correctly. So the children not even interested in the sciences, not even interested in the mathematics, or not even interested in their music or drawing, because none of the teachers are teaching it correctly. So it's like now they going to the phone, you know what I'm saying? And then once they go to the phone, everybody on TikTok, everybody looking at certain weird shit on there. They all talking about it to their homies and stuff like that. And like, yo, you like this? Yeah, I like this too.
And that's the dangerous part though, because once they get to the internet, the algorithm shows all the algorithm.
Okay, there we go.
The algorithm shows all the bullshit that goes on, and that's what gets the most likes and the most viral moments. So the kids start mimicking those type of things.
Facts.
You know, and that's why, and then they go back to the parents too though, because
they do. Like
me personally, man, I my daughter can't have the iPhone no more. I tried that and it didn't work out. Cut it off. Because the parent got to monitor everything that their child doing in the house. A lot of the parents will get their kids the phones and just be like, as long as they quiet, it's all good. You know, they don't know what the kids looking at. So it's just a whole bunch going on in this generation, man. It's like everybody's just distracted and ain't got time no more. And they got to come back to where we need a better representation of black family structure, and somebody need to do it now.
Facts. The algorithm has become the initiator of the rites of passage.
Yeah.
You understand?
Steve, why do your favorite rappers wear purses?
Why do they though?
Hold on. My favorite rapper, first off, don't wear no purse. And the rappers that do wear purses right now, I have no idea to explain it, because like I don't get it. Why do you wear a purse? Like, why do they wear purses? Like, that's not cool. That ain't never been a thing to do. Even the little fanny pack, man, I never did that in my life.
So you know who these rappers are?
Yeah, I know these. I see them. I see them just how y'all see them.
See him
on the internet. That's the reason y'all asking me the question, right?
How come you don't say nothing to them?
I don't know.
And would y'all ever paint your nails?
Of course not.
What is that?
Why would I do something like that, man?
I've never even heard of that.
Paint my nails.
What is that?
What's up with brother, man?
Is that in this universe?
Man, what? I mean, first off, listen.
Do y'all get mani and pedis?
Do you get
now?
Have
Hold
you
up.
ever painted your nails? I don't know what that is.
Now, a pedi, like, I definitely got a pedicure on my feet before because I feel like you should take care of your body. Your feet is a part of your body. It's certain stuff with my feet that I can't do myself. So I'll let you scrub the little scum off the foot, but I'm not gonna get no polish or nothing on the scum. I'm not getting you know what, dead skin, whatever you want to call it, scum, all that. But what I'm saying is that's a part of taking a grooming, taking care of your body. But when I'm done with that, I'm not gonna be like put clear fingernail polish on my nails. I'm not gonna do no shit like that.
Yeah, I would say so. That's a super key. I do want to say that, like, grooming is an aspect of manhood. You understand me? Proper hygiene. When we used to go to F1E2 class, first thing we had to do, we had to put out our hands like this, and it check your hands. You understand me? To see if you cut your hands or there's dirt under there, right? Because you can also tell the mental state of a man, right, based on the way that he take care of himself. And then, of course, when you're talking about presenting yourself in front of women, right, being in your proper hygiene is important. You dirty under there, you can cause her to have a yeast infection. You understand me? So you want to be clean as a man at all times. You understand me? Brush your teeth, wash your face. You understand me? Take care of your hair, groom yourself. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and that cleanliness is the grooming process. You understand me? So I think that's I don't think that that's something that this generation has an issue with, because they be doing a lot of grooming.
They overgrown.
I think they overgrown.
Well, so I don't really think so, because, you know, like, I understand, right? If you don't do self-care days, you'll do medication days. You understand? And in this world, when a man starts to learn cleanliness, he learns not only, like you said, he learns how to take care of himself, but he also understands what he put in his body, what he put in his vessel, what he put into his temple of God, his house, the whole nine. The words he using, the programming that he downloading into his environment, how he cleaning up his environment, all these different things all goes into self-care. You understand me? So, yeah, take care of your feet. You gotta take care of them bunnies. You understand me?
Your feet, like, you know, when you walk in the crib, you gotta take your shoes off.
Facts.
Leave them shoes at the door.
But you don't want it smelling like.
You don't want to be the one in the room with your feet stinking either, man.
I find scum on my floor. Know what it is.
I want y'all to know though that toxins come out most through the feet, and they get absorbed most through the feet. You understand me? And so they be having y'all brothers with the scum. You understand? They be having y'all brothers with scum on your feet.
Like I got that from the Little Rascals.
Wearing Jordans all the time. Y'all wearing Jordans. Y'all playing basketball with double socks on with all the scum on your feet. You ain't never grounding. You ain't cleaning your feet. You ain't getting them done. You understand me? Like, go take care of yourself, sir. Go ahead, because otherwise you go be inside a medical state of existence. I lost train of thought.
Listen, man, but nah, real talk though.
Last start of the day, we're gonna wrap this up, man.
I lost
it. If you could give, so I'm gonna ask you a question and you a question.
Yeah.
Right. Right now,
there's a young man that's in the streets. He wants to get out, but he don't really know how. You understand me? And he sees some positive environment on the internet, but he's so connected to the streets that he don't know how to balance getting out, because the process of getting out is the most dangerous part. You understand me? Because you're letting go of your old self by trying, and then at the same time you're trying to work towards a new, right? And so he don't know how to let the homies go. He don't know how to say, you know what, I'm gonna say no to the streets right now. You know what, I know I don't know 100% a way to make money. I know they out there. I know I heard of the financial movements. How do I switch my hustle and my energy to that, right? He's still influenced by the flourishing lifestyle that he sees, where he wants fast money. He wants the cars, the clothes, the women. He wants the lavish lifestyle. He wants the jewelry. He wants all of that right now. He don't want to wait. You understand me? And then he don't want his homies talking about he changed. You understand me? So he got this dilemma in his head where he know what's right, but he's still attracted what's wrong. What's your advice, you understand me, for young bruh that want to get out the streets, but they keep calling him?
The advice I have for him is go get my book, 6 Advancements, How I Overcame Trial and Error. And I'm only gonna say that because in my book, I break down exactly what you said every step of the way, because I experienced that in my life.
There was one key that you think?
Transition, I actually start the book off with friendships. Sometimes we be attached to the old version of ourselves too much. You know, like as far as when it comes to friends, they only remember us a certain way. That's how we became friends. We was all in, you know what I'm saying, we all liked the same thing around the same time, which has made us cool. We bonded together. But now that I'm trying to do something different, I need some better friends. I need some more motivational friends, some more inspirational friends, some friends who not in the streets at all. You know, that's the type of friends. And then me meeting those type of people, I would have to separate myself from my old friendships. And it's gonna come with a lot of turmoil. They're gonna say you acting funny, you acting weird, and call your name, something. They gonna, you know, it's gonna come with all that. But if you determine, like literally determine it with yourself, that like you determine to your evolution process and transitioning from that street life to something better, you ain't gonna care what they talking about. You gonna go hang with your new friends and switch your environment.
Yeah, over time, you go inspire them.
So, yes to new friends, because I seen somebody say that, you know, Drake put out there no new friends, you know what I'm saying, but every other week he got a party with some new friends.
Nah, for real though.
But you gotta network, you have to build relationships, right? But the simplest thing, because I like what you said, and I think that's key, because it goes into relationships and environment. You understand me? And, you know, relationships can be the fall of you. You understand me? Environment can be the death of you. And so trying to expand and escape out of both of those is detrimental, but at the same time, it's necessary. Like, you got to do it because it's life or death. You understand me? Like, nobody go change for you. Nobody go have the conversations for you. If you man enough to go out in the streets and risk your life to where you can end up in a cell, you understand me, for 10, 20 years to life, where you gonna go through much worse situations than you going through on the streets. You understand me? Like, that little money you think you missing, right? That don't even matter when you locked up in jail and working for 0.5 cents. You understand me, on the hour. That don't matter when you stuck in a hole and you don't have no tomorrow to look forward to. You understand me? And so it's like, there's nothing more valuable than your time and your freedom. And then if you can master the moment to where you can take time out of everything that you think, all your relationships, disconnect for a moment and say, you know what? I'm free though. I'm free. You understand me? And if I value this feeling right here, then I'm gonna do everything to maintain it and make it better. And I believe that the most powerful thing that anybody could ever do is they have to make a decision, right? Whether you say it out loud or you write it on a paper, you understand me? You have to make a decision. You can't be on the fence. It can't be if and or.
Yeah, you can't be on both sides.
It has to be a decision. You have to decide that
Decisive.
I am no longer this. I am going here. There is no turning back. There is no almost. I am with it. And whatever comes along with this new decision, I want it. I take full responsibility for it. That's man business. I will it. It's mine. I am it. You understand me? And so, for me, like, that's what you just inspired. You understand me? And I hope that somebody on that other end either share this with somebody, you understand me, that I know is facing that adversity and they don't know how to change their situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much death and violence and murder and corruption in the streets. You know, when you grow up in those environments, you don't know how to get out. You ain't got nobody in your ear spitting to you. You may get lucky and run up on a YouTube video or Instagram and somebody inspire you, but then sometimes it be too late. You know, but if you still got ears, you ain't deaf.
If you understand me, you ain't dumb.
It's never
Man,
too
I
late.
seen so many.
Never too late.
I seen so many beautiful people, bro, just
to get out, you gotta go
self-medicate, try to block out all the trauma and the pain that's in the environment, like to the point where like you see them now, you be like, man, like I wish I had a lot of dreams for them, man. Like I had so much hope for them. So you got to catch yourself before you get into that depression stage. And then even if you do face adversity, never give up on yourself. Cause once you give up on yourself, everybody else around you will. And then those same friends
they
you
like,
was
right now they like, damn,
with,
y'all sound like Superman, cuz.
Yeah.
So, but that's why it's like, you know, any higher level of spirituality, things of that nature, they always tell you, if you want to get out of your environment, you gotta go inside yourself. You understand me? You really have to go inside yourself. And like bro said, you gotta make an actual decision, but that decision is made inside. That decision is made in your internal voice, that internal consciousness, and you gotta finally go into your thought process, really meditate on what you need to do, how you need to see yourself moving forward in yourself first, like visualizing it. Like a lot of people in the hood, they don't know about the powers of visualization. They just know about the powers of just going out and getting in motion and you understand me, and manifesting something quickly, right? And they got that power down pat. And when you see that, and they got that power down packed in the hood, right? When there's men and women out here hustling. Now, but the power that they don't have down packed is, and this is where the problem is that they not going internalizing and actually sitting down with themselves and actually being able to really go into a meditation. And I know a lot of people like to stray away from it, but once you actually go into it, you realize the wonders that it does in helping you in your decision making and moving forward. You understand me?
You know, I know more people that
I got more friends that I grew up with that are dead than graduated college. You know what I'm saying? I got more friends that are locked up in prison, you understand me, than that I know have started a business. You know, I know more friends that are hooked on drugs, you feel me, or homeless, than that went off to have a successful life and build a beautiful family. So the odds are stacked against us that we become one of the statistics. You know, and it's not easy becoming an anomaly and changing the statistics in our favor, right? But what you hearing, you understand me, is possibility, because you're not hearing a man that comes from an inheritance. I'm just a man that decided to make a decision, right? And when I made that decision, I decided that that was the right decision, and I wouldn't allow nobody to corrupt that decision. I don't care if it was a family, whether it was a friend, who it was. You understand me? Like, I'm not going back. I'm not making those risks for nobody. I'm not trying to look cool for nobody. I don't care who you are, what your definition of gangster, what your definition of killer, what your definition of a hustler or a real nigga is. It don't matter to me, because I know that I'm a God. All right? And if you can affirm that in your belief system and you can understand that, then you are now equipped with something that the world is afraid of, right? And that's a man with knowledge of self, right? So it's like that right there, you have to decide to care for yourself when the world don't. And if you do that, then you always taken care of. So Bashir.
Hold on, while you thinking of your question, I got one more last piece of advice.
Pick up message to the black man.
That, and stop waiting until adversity come along your path to finally make that change. You should consciously do it before you have to go to jail or, you know what I'm saying, witness a homicide or something. Just do it, bro, like right now. Stop what you're doing, leave the streets alone, because it ain't good for nobody, man. Quit waiting till adversity come on your path to change your life.
That's good. I like that. That was wise.
Yeah.
I have to take a moment, man. I just start thinking about people that just ain't make it, man. That shit hit me sometimes.
Yeah. Definitely. Man, I had so many people, man, that ain't make it along the way. Man, it's crazy. Like, it get crazy, like, to the point now, bro, even me coming home from jail, bro, like, my whole top 5 that I was with every day is gone. Like, I'm like real life the last one, like, who I was just with prior to me going in jail, you know? So I knew I had to come home and build another life for myself, but I consciously told myself I'm gonna do it the right way, in a positive way, and now I be showing people, you know, another side of me they never seen, and they proud, and now they feel like they can do it. I inspired them now, you know? And that shit feel good, real talk.
Yeah, a lot of people who grow up with these days, not only do a lot of people that we know, they are gone, but a lot of them even are here and gone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are actually here now, but it's still gone because they still haven't made it out of their own situation in their own mind. And that do be the thing when you do move on from like your old city and your old neighborhoods, and then they, you know, you still got your homies back where they at, and they still doing the same thing. And it's just like, you kind of do be like taking your mind off of it, but then again, you think back on it and you see, or you see your homies on Facebook or something, be like, they still doing the same shit.
But the funny thing about life is all about perspective.
Yeah. Let me ask you about shit. Yeah. Because I want to end this on this note. Why is it important that men, period, but let's say specifically young men, understand me, just because I want to address this generation that may not have guidance. Why is it important that men treat women the right way? You understand me? What are the karmic repercussions of that? Of treating them the wrong way, regardless of how you was taught, that you got to find a way to learn how to treat women the right way.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for asking that question. It's a good question. It's a very wise question. And it's something that's important to end this off with. And I'm going to get spiritual with this. Going to the Quran and going to understanding the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Honorable Minister Farrakhan. The Honorable Minister Farrakhan taught us that the woman, and it also says this in the Quran, that the woman is the second self of Allah God. Meaning that once God created himself into existence, he created his woman at the same time. You understand? Therefore, she was his most prized possession in all of the universe. Therefore, whereas the woman is created and she is the one who is the giver, the one who is the provider of the womb in which the universe replicates itself into existence. So, not only do you come out of this womb, come out of this creation of God himself, right? In God's most prized possession, in the Quran it says that the woman should be worshipped next to God, next to Allah. And then next to the woman should be the child. And then lastly should be the man. You understand? Because the man already comes into this world equipped with the mind of God, and all he has to do is walk in the spirit, in the Christ consciousness of God. And the Honorable Minister Farrakhan said that man learns God through his mind and his character, right? Woman learns God through her man. So if you are a man and you are treating your woman other than God, then how are you treating your woman, right? You are obviously treating her something that is not of God. If you were treating her, and if you were not being a God with her, right? And so karmically, what that does in the universe is, not only is it your fault, even in your dumbness, but once you do know, it becomes an even stronger karmic pull, because the universe is in chaos when a man treats a woman unjustly, unfairly, with lies, untrustworthy. It creates chaos in the universe itself, because our womb is the giver of life. You understand? And so if the catalyst for which the universe replicates and expands itself is not treated properly, is not protected, is not cared for, then the universe is on shaky ground. You understand me? And your child, as it comes into, and as it's in the womb, and as it's being seeded, as it's being grown within her womb, the child comes into this world. Not only is the womb made of water, right? And that water is a sound barrier. And so the child can hear when you arguing with the mother. The child can hear your voice. It knows its father already, right? So when it comes out the womb, it's like, hold on, when I was in the womb, I heard you and how you was treating my mother. You understand me? And so that child comes into existence already with this mindset of like, and this disdain for his father. You understand? So you thinking that you doing something to this woman, right? Just on a relationship end, but if y'all birthing a child into existence, that child is gonna come into this existence as your enemy, your own child. Because your child is like, no, I'm trying to be of God, but you was of the devil the whole time. You was of a low vibration this whole time, but I come in purified. I come into purify and cleanse, but then these children are being raised into even, again, what we was just talking about, low vibrational hood environments and things of that nature. So that child that came in to be a purifier is now in an environment where it has to not only fight against his own karmic ties that his father, right, put into it. Now it has to deal with the environment of the world itself. And so this is why this karma, this chaos continues to exist in our families, continues to exist in our communities, and why we don't have tribal communities no more, none of these different things, because it all starts with the relationships. It all starts at home. It all starts with how we are speaking to one another, how we are caring for one another, how we are loving on one another. If you're not being a God, then you're being a devil. You understand me? You see, they tried to teach us that Jesus was a savior that was going to come back to save your ass. You understand me? And they called you a human being. But as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, when we was the God tribe of Shabazz, we didn't even know what that was. We didn't even know what a human being was. We called each other gods. You understand me? There was no disconnection between you and God. God consciousness is always through you. You understand me? So when they taught you that you were a human being, they separated you from the consciousness of God. And so this is what's giving people, right, that ability to say, oh, God is gonna forgive me, you know what I'm saying, for how I treat my woman. You understand me? Oh, I can repent for this. But nah, it don't work like that. Every action has a reaction. With all the energy that you put into the universe is what you will receive back. And it's gonna come back tenfold. Tenfold. And it's gonna come through your children. It's gonna come through their bloodline, the whole nine.
It might not even happen this lifetime.
Exactly. Shit, you gonna be reincarnated just to feel that energy again. Yeah. You understand me?
So listen, because I want to drive this point home, and I want y'all to understand this. There is no being a man unless you learn and actively strive how to treat women the correct way. Listen, you know, I'm a black man in America, I understand it, you feel me? I grew up with uncles, brothers, men around me that didn't teach me the right way on how to treat a woman, right? So you go through different womanizing behavior, you go through different toxic behavior, but what you realize is that there's no success for a man, you understand me, until he learns how to treat a woman correctly, because all his potential lies in his ability to be righteous towards her, you understand me, and do her right. So that karma you go get, sometimes that shit gonna be instant, it's gonna hit you, and it's gonna beat you, and it's gonna whoop your ass, and you go deserve it, you understand me, because you worked for it, you earned that. You understand me, in your actions on how you treated her. So sometimes you might look at your situation and try to figure out why you not having certain things, why you not at certain elements of success, and it's because of your treatment towards her. And it ain't even just about your life. You might be financially straight, but at the end of the day, what your family life look like? You understand me? You gotta look at things from a longer term perspective. The black man is suffering because of his treatment of his own woman, right? So we got a collective responsibility to learn better, do better, and be better as men. You understand me? And then that's when we can grow our families. You understand me? But if you don't water the woman, you understand me? How you expect your seeds to come out healthy, right? As bro was just talking about. So I think that one of the most powerful things that a young man can learn at a young age is the value of a woman and who she truly is. You understand me? And what she represents. And if you learn that understanding, the same way a man needs to understand himself, you will find the secrets to the world unveiled to you. All of a sudden you were raised to higher levels of consciousness and understanding and wisdom and enlightenment that it took men 60 to 70 years of failure to even gain and start to understand. That's the up that you can have, right, on any other generation in the world, is if this generation learns how to treat women the correct way.
Absolutely.
And that's just man to man.
It's man to man. She sees without seeing, fellas.
Yeah.
Yo, it's been a Man to Man podcast. I'm 19 Keys.
I'm Bashir.
I'm Steve Jones.
And you just tapped into a Man to Man conversation. Make sure y'all tap in, comment below, like, and subscribe, and don't be a sucker.
Welcome to the Man to Man podcast, where we talk like God.
Man to man. What man you think gave a strong representation of black men? Brother Bashir, you got one that come to mind? What's the first one that pop in your mind?
Well, the first one that always pops up in my mind is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has been a great representative of what a man should be in the streets, in the mosque, in the household as well. You know, he has been in a relationship with his wife, Mother Khadijah, for maybe over 40, 50 years, something like that. And just the fact that you have a man such as himself who has traveled all across this world and practically this universe, teaching and letting the world know who the black man and black woman is. I'm talking about on every level, from every in which way in which you can explain it, even speaking it through the Bible, speaking it through the Quran, and letting our people know just who they are and what they're truly connected to, and moving across the world, being in front of sultans, in front of quote unquote princes and kings, and you know, things of the nation, still letting them know what time it is, right? And also being one of the you know, the people who brought the knowledge of also our good brother Muammar Gaddafi and what he was trying to do with Africa and things of that nature, and how that knowledge came and was passed down through the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, and how he, you know, that was his brother and things of that nature, and what the nation continues to do for this world. Like, to me, it's no better represent. You understand me? Representative, other than, you know, the late great Nipsey Hussle, and that was what I was thinking about earlier too as well. But of course, the next thing that always comes to mind for me is the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, because to this day he's still teaching me.
My go-to person was gonna be Snoop Dogg for two reasons. I picked Snoop because he's one of the only ones in the game that I want to say he no matter what time period he was in the game, he still remained relevant to today, and he's non-conforming. When you mention his name, you don't just look at him as a rapper. He doing movies, he doing coaching football for the kids, he got the video games. Shit, you might even see him doing the roast on Comedy Central or something. You never know what you're gonna get from Uncle Snoop, but he just showed you that he got layers to himself, you know what I'm saying? You ain't just gotta pick a form to one thing like society teaches us. They tell us we gotta go to college, get the degree, pick a career, work that all your life. Nah, you can do all these different things. And I think for our culture today, we need to look at Snoop Dogg and give him his flowers, because he is the legend, and we need more representations of black men to, you know what I'm saying, be legendary actually, like that.
I agree with that, because, you know, you right. He is showing like just what you can do once you actually do get your your power and you sustain yourself in this universe, and how you ain't gotta put on no dress, do no weird shit, but you can still tap into, just the cool things that in which you like. How we grow up watching anime, stuff like that, making that stuff cool in our minds, and then of course we grow up and get into the world where we gotta, manifest those universes for ourselves and for our families, for our kingdoms and things of that nature. And then he got to that point where it was like, hold on, let me go back to that state I was in when I was a child. So let me just keep on tapping into my creativity, keep on staying alive. Because like the Honorable Minister
enjoying it at the same
right,
time.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Honorable Minister Farrakhan said, I ain't never met a lion, you understand me, that retired. You understand me? I ain't never met a lion that retires. You know what I'm saying? If they retired, then that means they dead. So
even now, like when you look at Snoop, man, he in the NFTs now.
Facts. You know
so
what I'm saying?
It just don't stop, man.
It don't stop. You gotta just keep going, keep on finding ways to express yourself, and that's what men do. We never stop. We stay in motion.
1 in 7 wallets are owned by women. There's not enough women in cryptocurrency. A lot of women talk about being independent and not dependent on a man, or finding themselves in situations to where they are financially oppressed. But cryptocurrency allows women to be able to take the power in their own hands, to be able to utilize a simple skill set and start making money on a daily basis. You can be a mother, you can be a part-time employee, and you can still trade cryptocurrency by following the market and being part of a growing community. I don't want to see the next generation of women left behind because they didn't tap in and interact with this opportunity. That's why I created Infinite Wealth Strategies. It's infinite wealth, but you need a strategy in order to get you some. Make sure you tap in today, use promo code WOMAN, and take control of your future. It's waiting for you.